Alright guys, so here is my current setup. As you can see, cable management is pretty much non-existent. My PC's in kind of a weird orientation and my monitor setup is also kind of weird. I'm going to be moving from having these two monitors to just going back to the single ultra-wide because this giant 32-inch panel is a 1080p and this is ultra-wide 1440p. This is 144 Hz and this is 60 Hz. So it's nearly impossible for me to use them at the same time. It's just too weird. So I find myself switching between using this one for gaming and kind of just general movie and other content consumption, and then using this for content creation and other computer work. Oh, of course, autofocus, please work. So I'm going to be going back to just having the single ultra wide in the center, move the speakers out to either side of them so they're not laying on their side anymore, and I'm probably going to sell the big 32-inch 1080p panel and move over to getting a smaller 1080p panel for testing that I can use with a test bench. But yeah, so the first thing that I'm going to do is take off the large panel, put the ultra wide in the center, move the speakers, and then I may start doing some cable management. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so as you guys can see, I've just moved stuff into their rough place, and I think this is gonna work a lot better for me. And like I said before, I'm gonna be getting a very small 1080p panel that I'm gonna be using for testing with a test bench. And I think the test bench and smaller panel should be able to fit over there. I'll probably be using the Geek T810 acrylic case as the test bench, and then, like I said, have a small panel over there to use it with, just because I would use one monitor for everything, but having an ultra wide monitor makes it difficult for testing and recording in 1080p sometimes, especially with older systems and especially with certain games, because it'll stretch it out over the panel and then the recorded gameplay will look weird, and it's just so much easier to use the standard 16:9 panel for testing. So what I think I'm going to be doing now is just go ahead and start to cable manage a little bit. I actually have an IKEA Signum installed under there, so what I'm going to do is just start to tidy up the cables a little bit and throw everything up onto the Signum right there, and I'm going to see how that looks. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright guys, so using the IKEA Signum has got all the wires off the floor, but as you can see over to the left they're still a little unruly, so I'll probably figure out a way to kind of group those up and mount them to the bottom of the desk just in a big group so that they're not hanging down so much. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, and this is what I need your guys' opinion on, as you can see I don't currently have any wall art up. Last year with my setup I was using this picture that I painted, and I had that up over the center of the wall above my setup. What I'm thinking about doing now is doing 3 separate paintings of Firewatch style paintings in 3 different colors, monochromatic, so probably red, green, and blue, ironically, and have those spread out across my wall. If you guys think that's a cool idea, let me know in the comment section down below, or if you have other ideas of stuff I should paint to put up on my wall, let me know that as well. And the next thing that I want to add to my setup right now is this RGB LED strip to the back of the desk. And like I said before, this desk right here is not permanent, so I'm not going to be adding it to this desk. I'm just going to be running it back and forth behind my main desk, which should look pretty cool and add some interesting features in the back of my videos. So quick unboxing time of this. Opening it up, inside we have the LED strip itself. We've got the connector and receiver, so I believe the strip plugs into there. It gets power through there, and then the remote IR receiver is right there. Also in the box you get the power adapter as well as the remote itself, and that's it. Now I've never really set up one of these RGB LED strips, so this will be pretty interesting, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I was starting to try and mount the strip on the back, but this adhesive is almost non-existent. See, I'm touching it and it's not sticking to my finger at all. So I'm going to have to find a different way to mount this. I'm pretty sure I have some IKEA mounting stuff. I'm not sure if this stuff will be able to help and fix it, but we're going to see. Alright guys, so these IKEA mounting pads seem to have worked just fine. Now all I have to do is hook up the electronics to this, and then it will be moment of truth time to see how it looks and see if I did everything alright. Alright, so I plugged the light strip in, and as you can see, all of the lights seem to have been lit up fine. Now I'm going to see if this remote works. Let's go ahead and green, blue. Oh man, the color on my camera is pretty off. That's supposed to be just white. Let's see, purple, yellow. Alright guys, so I just tidied things up a little bit more, as well as put my test bench style case over there. I'm not sure if that will be the final place, and I'm not sure how I'll be able to fit another screen over there, just a small 1080p one, but I guess I'll figure that out in the future. If you guys want, I can definitely make this a series where I upgrade my setup. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments section down below. So I guess what I'll do now is just kind of go over the main components of my setup for you guys. So starting over here is my main PC. If you guys haven't seen it, I've made a fair bit of videos documenting it, but right now I've just got a Ryzen 7 1700, a GTX 1066GB, and it's in this Ragen Tech Sticks case, aluminum case, really good value for the money. A video is coming soon on that. Next to that, you can see my speakers of choice, which are the Kanso Y2s. I have a video on these. I'll link that video in the description. These are really good value for the money speakers. They're definitely on kind of the more expensive end of desktop speakers, but if you enjoy listening to content through speakers, I think they're well worth it. They're relatively neutral in terms of their sound, so they're also decent for mixing audio for like videos and stuff. They're definitely not the best, but I think they're still decent for that. In the center, I have my monitor, which is the LG 34UC87C. I actually won this in the Ultra Wide Festival 2015 by making a video, and I was actually one of the finalists for Linus. I didn't win the whole thing. That would have been cool to win a $10,000 setup, but winning an ultra wide monitor was really cool, and I've been using it like every day since I received it almost 2 years ago. Next to that is my other speaker. In terms of peripherals, I'm using this Rosewell brown switch keyboard. I don't know the exact model number, but I'll put the model number and link to it in the description down below. This is just a really basic keyboard, no backlighting, genuine Cherry MX brown switches, which I like a lot. Next to that is a Logitech G602, I believe. This is a wireless gaming mouse that I really enjoy a lot. Battery life is pretty good. It takes AA batteries. I'd definitely be interested in checking out some of Logitech's newer wireless stuff. I'd definitely be interested in checking out their new wireless keyboard, but it's really expensive, so I don't know about that. Moving over to the right of the other speaker is my headphones of choice, which are just these really cheap Superlux HD 668Bs. These are semi-open back headphones. They sound decent. They're okay for mixing and stuff like that. Obviously not the greatest. These are like $30 headphones, but honestly, these are, in my opinion, some of the best value for the money headphones available. These are sitting on a custom-made headphone stand that I made with a little bit of storage for like headphone wires and stuff. I don't think I have anything in there right now. And then to the right of this is the Geek T810 test bench kind of case, which I made a video talking a little bit about this. I think this is really good as a test bench, but it's really not super good as a regular case just because there's not really any fan filters, and it's really DIY intensive to put it together, and also the instructions aren't super great on it. So I'm definitely going to be using it as a test bench, but it's definitely hard for me to recommend using it as a regular case. But overall, just in probably about an hour, I was able to clean up my setup a fair amount, do some cable management, add the LEDs, which I definitely like a lot. I definitely have to reposition some of them up there. There's only 3 points of contact in terms of to the back of the desk, one in the center and one at each side. So I'm definitely going to use hot glue or something to stick that up, and definitely work on cable management a little bit more. So if you guys want to see more setup upgrade videos, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah guys, I think this wraps this video up. I'm super happy with my setup now and think it's going to work a lot better in this configuration. If you guys liked the video, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, this is Matt from Tech by Matt, signing out.